Good day, good day, good day. Happy day. How you feeling? I am so thankful. Sun shining, it's a beautiful day. Nothing better than that. Of course, I got my money water with me. Now, we got an extra special episode here for you today. This is called Ice Hands. Ice Hands pain relief, Ice Hands healing, Ice Hands technique, Ice Hands. So, what that is it's taking the healing principles of heat and cold and applying it to the body. So typically pain shows up as heat. If you ever notice when you're in pain, it comes as that part that's flared up is hotter than the rest of that area, the rest of the part of the body. So that's actually a way to find pain when you're someone else looking to do the Ice Hands technique. You don't need somebody to tell you where the pain is at specifically. They'll say, hey, my leg hurts. And then you take your hands, you put it over the area, and you might need to close your eyes and really get present to it or really get focused on it. And then you'll be able to notice that there's some heat emanating from that spot. And when you notice that heat emanating, that's where the pain is. And you say, hey, you touch it, that's where the pain is. Okay, yeah, so you can feel it. And depending on the level of heat emanating from that spot or coming out of that spot, then you'll know how much pain they're in. Sometimes you can feel the heat and you're like, whoa, you're in a lot of pain. They're like, yeah, this is really a lot of pain. So the Ice Hands technique is to brings two principles. One, the healing of cold to the heat spot. But it also brings the physical touch. And with everybody staying 6 feet away from each other right now, they're not touching each other anymore. And this is a big part of being human, is that physical touch. So when you remove that physical touch, you also remove some of the natural healing that happens when you hug somebody, when you touch somebody. That's a big part of living. So I think it's important that as everybody is more comfortable with who they are and what's going on and with their health and they feel safe, is to hug people again, is to touch people again, because there is a healing in that physical interaction. So Ice Hands is going to put those two things together. You're going to take the cold and then you're going to mix it together with the physical touch. So today the wife was saying she was in pain, and now she's in pain because she's out there, I don't mean to blow you up, honey, but not drinking enough water. And not drinking enough water will show up as so many things. And that's why I'm always talking about water, water, water. And there's a documentary that I saw on YouTube many years ago where there's a doctor who was in jail, and he only had water to cure his patients who were other cellmates. He was in jail, and he was in the cell, and all he had was water to cure the ailments of these other patients. And he was curing people with water only, because a lot of things that we experience as far as pain, as far as ailments, are really just dehydration, or it's the body not having enough water to move what's going on. So, big shout out to water, of course. And so when you continue on without water, then you're gonna see those headaches and all types of other ailments. It'll show up in a variety of different ways, cramps, and it's not just cramps and simple things like that. It'll show up as other pains that you would never associate with not drinking enough water. So just keep that in mind. So the Ice Hands technique is water, another form of water. And maybe it's because, I'm a water sign, I don't know. But having said that, the water is a very powerful cleansing and spiritual practice. So, ice hands technique. And I'm going to have to edit this video because you don't want to sit here for 5 minutes while I hold this bag of ice. But you take the bag of ice and you put it in your hands. And yes, it's going to be cold. Now this is the person or individual or the being that is going to be putting their hands on the other one. So you hold the bag of ice and you absorb it, the cold, out of the ice. And when I was about 14 years old, my mother showed me the possibility of healing with the hands. She told me about something called Reiki, and I was like, Reiki? I never heard of it. Of course, maybe because I was young. And when I would put my hands on certain pain spots, there would be significant difference. And so about 10 years ago, I came up with the ice healing technique, where you combine the ice, just like in sports stars, where they put up the, they wrap up their leg, they have an injury, they wrap up their leg, and they, the trainer wraps it up. You see this big bulge on their arm or their leg, and then they're healing, they're healing. But the ice is not quite as effective because it's just a cold ice there, and it's not the full effect of having an individual or a being put those hands on. So I've been holding it for a little bit. You hold it until your hands can't take it no more, and you think you put a cold bag of ice on somebody, they jump, right? If you're not, but if you're in pain in that spot, it brings relief. You go, wow, that's not so bad. You put it on a spot that there's no pain, and people jump. You go, that's cold, But when there's pain there, you notice it's not like, it might startle you or something, but it don't cause an issue. So I got the lovely wife here, and I've been holding the bag for a few minutes. So in her neck area, can you show just a little bit more? And her neck area is where this pain is. So I'm gonna holding the bag of ice, and my hands are nice and cold. So I'm gonna put it. Is that too much? So you want to feel the heat in the body. And if you notice, the heat that's emanating from the body begins to disperse. The pain, the heat will start to cool down. Will it cool down 100%? Maybe, maybe not, probably not. Maybe not the first time. But you want to be present to where the heat is and focus the cold on that area. So you want to look at it like your hands are the bag of ice. And so you put your hand on the spot where that heat is, and you are the bag of ice. Now you can also do this on yourself. This isn't just something that you have to do to somebody else, although you'll find it's probably significantly more effective if somebody else puts their hands on you as opposed to you trying it on yourself. But don't rule out the possibility of doing it for yourself if you're in a situation where you're not able to have somebody else do it, or however that works out. And see, now you can massage this spot a little bit and see that it's a little warmer. How does that feel? Does that feel any better? Mm-hmm. Just a little bit? Mm-hmm. Okay. So also you want to, after you put your hands on somebody, and because there's going to be an energy transfer. With every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. So when you put your hands on somebody, to heal them, you want to be sure that you clean your hands, you flick off the energy, you do what you have to do in order to make sure that you don't take on whatever that is. I put my hands on people, they have a lump on their leg, I take the ice, I put it on them, and then I wake up the next day with the lump in the exact same spot. And there's actually a movie about that. I don't recall the name of that movie, but there's actually a movie showing a sister who was putting her hands and healing people, and then she would absorb their injury. So they would be healed, but then she would have the gash on her arm or leg or whatever it was. So I find it's a very true principle in putting hands on people is you have to be careful not to take on their energy or their issue. So I'm gonna do it one more time and give her, a few minutes or an hour or so and see how it settles in. But I could tell immediately that the heat emanating from the body is significantly less. And so this one's extra cold today. Normally I can hold the ice for, 3 minutes, 5 minutes. This is super cold. So it's only taking, seconds. And I'm like, okay, my hands are freezing cold. So I'm just gonna put one hand on her this time because I think the spot is smaller. So I don't want to, put my cold hand on a spot that isn't emanating heat, because then that's when people jump. That's when you get a reaction. It's like, oh, that's not good, that's not comfortable. But if you stay in the spot where the heat is, now you see I put my hand on her, she's not jumping. And I'm holding ice. This is cold, But again, when you got that pain spot, you know that it's just something that's, that's needed, or else your body would react accordingly. So, yeah, I think this is about it for now. There was something else I wanted to bring up, but I'll probably try to pull that out the archives of the mind and a little bit later. So for now, thank you for watching, and I'm gonna come back in a little bit with and connect this other video, so with the results. So we'll see how it goes, and hey, maybe we might have to do it again, and then maybe this will do it. So, and the person who needs the hands, be sure to drink plenty of water. Stretch it out, move around, a little bit once you get those cold hands. And so yeah, we'll continue this, and thank you.